What's up, YouTube? Today I want to show you how to be able to wheelie like this. I think I'm going to break it down into the basics, things that I struggled with, things that I might be able to explain to help people make that click happen where you finally figure out the foot brake, etc. Alright, video number 1. Step 1, turn on your Grom. No, just kidding. So when I first started learning, I would take the Grom to anywhere between like 8 and 12 miles an hour. It seemed to be, it didn't like come up too fast, came up nice and smooth. What you're gonna do, 8 to 12 miles an hour, first gear, you're gonna pull in the clutch, lean forward a little bit, rev it up to between 7 and 8K, and then you're gonna drop the clutch and lean back at the same time. And then you have to cover the foot brake at all times. I'll tell you everything I'm doing. So 8 miles an hour, right? Pull in the clutch, rev up to 8. As you dump the clutch, just pull up just a little bit. It doesn't take much. I am -1 in the front, so it helps me a little bit. The thing with the foot brake is everybody says cover the foot brake, cover the foot brake, cover the foot brake, and then they do a wheelie, they take it too far back, they don't tap the brake, they put their foot out and they loop. Well, instead of saying cover the foot brake, I say use the foot brake. You know, bring the front wheel up, tap the brake. Bring the front wheel up, tap the brake. Get used to using the brake, feel where it engages. You know, you want to make a mental connection with the brake because you want to be using it, not just covering it, you want to be using it. And you know, that'll train you to when you do have an oh shit moment that you do actually tap it and you're going to save yourself. I like to do mine slower, but I'm also used to it coming up and everything. I'm a lot more comfortable, obviously, but I think 8 is a good starting point, 8 to 10. So once again, lean forward, clutch in right now. I'll get going a little faster. Clutch in, gas and let go of the clutch at the same time. Just lean back. You're gonna chase them out. You're gonna chase them out for a long time. And one thing that I will say is this will help you understand where you're at in balance point. If you are chasing them out, if you're in a wheelie and you're chasing them out, and your RPMs are going up and you hit red line and the bike drops, that means you're in front of balance point. If you're behind it, you'll start slowing down, which if you're behind it, you're going to probably be using brake too to also slow it down. So if you do this, behind it, you're going to chase it out, you're going to go to red line, and the bike's going to drop once you hit rev limiter. But if you go behind it, see, you start slowing down. That was behind it, and I was also applying brake. Where you want to be is you want to be right in between slowing down and speeding up, and you'll know when you're there because you'll be maintaining a consistent speed. So just remember, if you're picking up speed, you got to take it just a little bit further back, and if you're going behind balance point, well, you're golden. Just make sure you use the foot brake. So as far as foot brake goes, I'll tell you exactly when I'm using it. Right now, tapping it right now, comes down a little bit, give it a little more gas. Tap it, a little more gas, tap it, more gas, tap it. Right now I'm pushing down on it just a little bit. It's not engaged, but it's ready to. Clutch in, gas, clutch out, lean back, tap the brake. Give it a little gas, tap the brake. A little gas, tap the brake. Now when I first started learning, and I finally made the connection with the brake and balance point, I will say I rode the brake a lot. I didn't just bring it up and then tap to bring it back down, bring it up, tap to bring it back down. I was actually riding it and giving it gas at the same time, which probably isn't the best thing to do, but it taught me how to maintain where I want to be and slow it down, and that's when I first learned how to do slow wheelies. All together, clutch in, whatever mile per hour you feel comfortable at. I say around like 8 to 10. You can do it faster. You might have to pull up a little bit depending on your gearing. 8 to 10, lean forward, rev, and as you're revving, dump the clutch and lean back. It's all one motion. I'm gonna put it in neutral real quick. It's all clutch in, gas, pop, and lean back at the same time. It's just all one pop, pop. So, and then, you know, at the same time, just be ready to use the foot brake. So when I pop up, so if this is engaged right here, I'm like right here. You probably won't be able to see this, but I pop up and I'm ready to use it. Don't just cover the foot brake, use the foot brake. Everybody says cover the foot brake, and then once they get scared, they fling off and they don't use the foot brake. You want to use the foot brake. Get your mind used to it. Clutch in, gas forward, clutch out, lean back, tap the brake. And then once you get this, it's going to take you a long time, but once you do it, you can literally just as long as you want. I don't have a very big lot here, but I can't do sit down circles yet either. I want to, but you'll just, right now I'm just kind of riding the brake a little bit, tapping it a little harder sometimes. And then I'm gonna make a second video later on for stand-ups, but it's the same thing with stand-ups. I'll just do like double pegger right now. Same thing with my hand. Tap, tap, tap. Same thing. You can just play with the throttle and the gas, you know, take it back. Once you start going back, you get uncomfortable, tap the brake, just make the connection. You can do staggereds too, it's the same thing. Some people are more comfortable with staggereds. I know several people that learned in staggered and it's more comfortable with them. To me it was kind of weird on the Grom, but you know, it's all preference. It can be done. So here, staggered or knee knock or whatever you want to call it. Riding the brake. Just 9 miles an hour, just chilling. But one thing I should mention is keep your arms straight and stay kicked back. Just stay chill, just like you're sitting back in a recliner, just straight chilling. Keep your arms straight. Don't lean forwards. See, when I lean forward, it throws the balance off. So when you come up, you know, you lean forward and you bring it back. And once you pull it back, you just stay locked right there. It's like not locked, like locked completely like this, but you know, little bend. Keep your arms for the most part straight. But when you lean forward, bring it back. Just like stay right in that position that your body goes to at the bottom of the movement of pulling back. Don't lean forward. Everybody always wants to lean forward when they start, but it helps keep the center of gravity in balance when you're just kicked back like that. That's pretty much all there is to it. The rest is going to be trial and error and seat time and making the connection with the brake. That's what it's going to be. So one more time. Tap, 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 gas, tap, gas, tap, gas, tap, gas. And then once you start to learn and you get a feel for it, you won't have to make such like big adjustments between the gas and brake. It'll be so fluent. Like, so me at this point, you know, I don't even have to hardly move the gas or the brake. Just minute adjustments. So that's about it, guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave comments. I'm gonna do a couple more how-to videos. If you learned something from this, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for more videos. I don't have a consistent lot to really do this. This is actually working pretty well for the moment. But I'll keep the tutorials coming if you guys like them. If you're learning stuff, if you think it'll help you, I'll keep uploading them. I'll try to explain everything as best as I can so that you guys can learn how to do them too, because it is a lot of fun, and it's fun to do. It's fun it's fun to like show people. People love it. Hopefully this helps you guys figure out wheelies and balance point, because it's definitely very challenging at first, but promise you stick with it. Learn the foot brake, learn to feel it, learn to feel where you're at in balance point, and you'll have them down in no time. I promise you that. Just keep at it.